What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, be sure to subscribe. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best point guard build in NBA 2K21 next gen. With that being said, if you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video, comment what video you want to see next, and enjoy. Okay, this is going to be the best point guard build. Obviously, we're gonna need to be a point guard, and hit continue. For the height, I'm gonna go default at 6'3", and for the weight, we'll come back to that. And the wingspan, we're gonna go 6'9", because as you guys can see, 6'9" is the highest you can go while maintaining your 95 3-point ball. And you're gonna want to go 180 for the weight, and that's actually not minimum. And you would think that for a point guard you would go minimum weight, but you actually want to go 180 because any lower, there's actually no point. You don't gain speed or acceleration, so there's just no point in going any lower. And 180 is the highest you can be while still having 95 speed and acceleration. For body shape, go whatever you want. It honestly doesn't matter. I usually just go defined. So if you've been on this channel before, you know we just get the obvious things out of the way. Now the obvious things aren't going to be the same as my other builds because on a point guard you just don't have as many attributes to work with. I am going to go ahead and max out my physicals because I feel like the whole point of making a point guard build is to have 95 speed and acceleration, which I honestly think is super cool. For defensive and rebounding, I'm going to max out defensive rebound and max out steal. Now you might be wondering why I don't upgrade perimeter defense. That's simply because these other attributes are way easier to upgrade. As you can see, if I take steal down and put it on perimeter defense, I have an 88 overall player, which means I just don't have enough room to upgrade other categories. Honestly, 10 defensive badges is pretty good. Now, I have played on a build with 0 perimeter defense before, and since it does have 95 steal and has extremely high speed, you can still keep up with defenders and you can still bump defenders. It's not like you're getting blown by every single possession. Now, we're moving on to shooting. Let's upgrade free throw a little bit. I generally aim to around 20 shooting badges because that way I can have 4 Hall of Fame badges. And I'm going to go to 18 shooting badges, bump it up 3, and you can see I have 19 shooting badges. And then if I bump it up 1, 2, 3 to 63, I can get 20 shooting badges. Now if I bump it up 1, 2, I can get 21, which is honestly super good. And that is why you're going to want to go 21 because it's only 2 upgrades to get to 21 instead of 3. As you can see, to 22, it's 3 attribute point upgrade, which isn't worth it, which is why 21 is kind of like the sweet spot. We're basically going to use the same strategy for playmaking. And let's start at 13 playmaking badges, bump it up 3 to 14 playmaking badges. And then from 14, if we bump it up 1, 2 attribute points, we get 15 playmaking badges. Now you guys are going to notice that we don't get bullet passer, which I think is an extremely important playmaking badge. So what we can do is drop down ball handle to an 87. The reason why I go 87 is because 86 is the place where you can unlock the best tier of dribble moves. And anything above that is pretty much just excessive. It doesn't speed up your dribble moves and it doesn't really help dribbling at all. But if you do miss one shot, it will drop 1 rating, which is why you're going to want to have 87 ball handle. As you can see, when I bump up my pass accuracy to a 66, I can get 15 playmaking badges. This is honestly super good because it means that I can get bullet passer and 15 playmaking badges while using the least amount of attribute points as possible. We're going to come up here to finishing, max out post control. The reason why I upgrade post control is because it's the easiest thing to upgrade by far. And then throw the rest on driving layup. And you see I have a 91 driving layup. I'm then going to go ahead and drop driving layup down to an 88 to just maintain the 11 finishing badges and not waste any extra attribute points and just maximize the badges that we do have. I do have a few attribute points left over, so I can throw this on free throw to get 22 shooting badges. If I try to put it somewhere else, it just doesn't end up working very well. I've seen people try to drop speed before to increase their badges, but honestly, it's just not worth it in my opinion because if you're going to be a point guard, then I think you should have max speed and acceleration because that's kind of the whole point of being a point guard. Also, if you do want to build with just a ton of badges that can still kind of run point guard, you should make my point forward build. I just posted that video just a few days ago. Go check it out. So what I'm going to do with the leftover attribute points is just throw it on something. I could throw it on block, but I'm going to throw it on perimeter defense just to up the lateral quickness just a little bit. Now moving on to the takeovers. Now for your first takeover, you're going to want to go with spotted position. In my opinion, it's one of the best takeovers in the game, if not the best takeover And since this is kind of a pro-am build, this works perfectly. For takeover number 2, I could go with one of the shock rating takeovers, but I'm going to go with limitless range, since I do think that you get takeover faster if you have sharpshooting takeovers. As you can see, this is a scoring machine. I know my last 2 builds have also been called scoring machine. I don't know why that's the case. So what I'm going to do is just really quickly run through the badges that you could have, because I don't think you guys are here for badges. I think you're more so here for the build. So I'm just going to speed through it really quick. For finishing badges, you're going to want to obviously go with Posterizer and Heat Seeker, and then go ahead and throw on Fearless as well. Then for shooting, I'm going to go ahead and throw on Hot Zone, Deep Threes, Blinders, Hot Shot. And then with the last 6, I'll probably go Half Rhythm Shooter and then Silver Stop and Pop. For playmaking, I'm going to go ahead and throw on Quick First Step and Handles for Days. And I'm also going to go Bullet Passer. And then with the last 4, obviously, we are going to go ahead and throw it on Unpluckable. In my opinion, so Gold Unpluckable works the same as Half Unpluckable, so you can throw it on Bailout or Ankle Breaker. Then moving on to defensive badges, obviously we're going to go in Interceptor, Pickpocket, and then we can go ahead and throw it on Rebound Chaser. Honestly, with Rebound Chaser, you can still kind of get rebounds, especially if your big man gets a box out or if you get a box out. Anyways, y'all, that's pretty much it for the video. If you are new, be sure to subscribe. I really want to hit 500 subscribers before the month is over. So if you could help me out, drop a like, subscribe, comment on the video you do want to see next, and about peace.